So you're down here and you've just signed Beau, and I was talking to him before, and he said that you saw him just mucking around while his brother was playing, and you saw him throwing a ball. But was there a bit more to it than that?
Look, there was a little bit more to it. I knew who he was, and I'd read a lot about him. I'd seen video of him, and I wanted to see him while I was over here. And I spoke to his brother after the game when we were shaking hands on the New Zealand team when I was coaching the Australian team at the recent tournament. And I said to him, I want to get your dad's telephone number because I wanted to work him out. And we were playing a double-header that game. In the second game of the double-header against Guam, I went off to the bathroom and I saw this kid throwing with this young kid. And I actually walked right past him. I was like, wow, this kid can throw. And then I thought, nah. So I said, what's your name? Because it was a classic throwing action. It was like, wow, who is this kid? And when he said Beau Bishop, I said, you're the guy I've been looking for. So, and that's where it all started. And, we worked him out. We had him swinging the baseball bats and throwing and catching and fielding. And although he's got a long way to go, he just showed the tools that we look for: power, swinging the bat, being able to field, being able to throw.
So what happened from your end after you saw him there? Did you just go straight, ring up the Red Sox, say you need this guy, or?
Yeah, look, there was a process, and we took some video of him and sat down and analysed that, and had some people in Boston look at it. Craig Shipley, who's the head of our department, who's my boss, and it was a situation where, again, there's 5 tools in a baseball player, and he showed us that he had 3 of them. So, it's worth taking a shot. And again, it's going to be hard for him, but he showed the ability to make adjustments, which was big for us too.
And when I was talking to him about his hitting, because that's something that Ryan kept going on and on about, was that he's already got the strength, he's already getting through the zone. And I asked him whether he thought he had a bit to work on, whether he was there or thereabouts, and he goes, there or thereabouts.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go, but again, he shows the ability to make adjustments. He shows the ability to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Now, that's easy when you're throwing batting practice to him. It's when someone's up there at 60 feet throwing at 90 miles an hour, throwing a curveball in the split. But again, that's all going to come with experience. He also needs to learn that he has to handle a pitching staff, call the game, work out hitters' tendencies and swing paths and bat angles and all that sort of stuff. But again, at his age, we don't expect him to know that. That's something that will grow with him as he moves, through the system.
Because catcher is quite a huge role in baseball, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The catcher runs the whole game, and if you watch Jason Veritek and the work that he does on the hitters and scouting reports on the opposition, it's a big job.
And so what's the kind of pathway from here? Because he's not going to make pitches and catches when they report, but he'll join spring training, yeah? Yeah,
no, he'll go to spring training March 8. He'll join up with the Maori kids we got from from Newcastle, the Mamaroa brothers. He'll fly over with them, and they'll look after him. And he'll stay there. Spring training will finish April, 1st of April. He'll stay there and go to what we call extended spring training. And he'll come home here in June for probably 2 or 3 weeks. And he'll come to the Australian Academy. Hopefully we'll get him 40 games in there. And then he will, depending on his progress, is whether we'll take him back to instructional ball. But that'll be a decision from Boston. So, he could have a lot of baseball over the next 6 or 8 months.
And with his contract with the Red Sox, is there any chance of him joining an Australian Baseball League team for a season?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And, it's our hope that with the progression of baseball, you would hope that one day that New Zealand will have a team in the ABL, and fingers crossed, and it'd be great if that had happened. It would, I think it'd be a great boost for baseball in this country.
And because it's, New Zealand's kind of a softball-centric country, do you think that the country needs to take more of a step towards baseball, or needs to have a push?
Oh, look, it's also always very hard because it's, there's a lot of history with the Black Sox here, and I wouldn't like to make a comment on that, but what I would like to see is baseball get bigger in this country, absolutely. And the Beau Bishops, and I coached Travis Wilson back when he was younger, and he made the switch quite easily, I thought. And he was a very talented baseball player. He was very unlucky not to play in the major leagues, I think. But in saying all that, you would love to see more baseball players in this country.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
No worries.